Codeland. My name is Tilde. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm a developer evangelist at Twilio. We don't have much time, so I'm just going to dive right in. I know I can't see you, but indulge me. Raise your hand if you've ever experienced imposter syndrome. Yeah, I feel like most people in tech have. So I was talking to my therapist about this, and in that therapist way, she was like, have you considered using affirmations? And I was like, lady, are you serious? Because it just sounded so cheesy. But I gave it a shot, and it was actually really helpful for helping me feel more confident when I came across a tricky bug. And there's some research that backs this up, so it kind of makes sense. Being an engineer, for better or for worse, my instinct is to automate things. So I wanted to build a project to help automate sending myself affirmations. I wanted it to send me affirmations over SMS so that I didn't have to risk getting caught in an internet rabbit hole. And I wanted there to be a physical hardware component because taking a physical action is grounding when I'm feeling anxious. So today we're going to rebuild this in 5 minutes or less, or your pizza is free, using Node.js, Twilio serverless functions, and a flick button, which is just a little hardware button that you push it and it can make an HTTP request. So let's dive into the code. Oh, also, this is interactive. If you would like to interact with this demo, please text anything to that number on screen. So first, we will define our function signature. And then the next thing we're going to do is make an API call to actually fetch the affirmation. Yeah, I made an API for fetching affirmations, which was a little extra, but that's how I roll. And then we got to parse it to actually pull the affirmation out of the response. And then we're going to do some Twilio stuff. So Twilio is a cloud communications platform that's actually hosting the phone number that you see above. We're going to get every phone number that has texted this phone number. Pull all the messages, and then we're going to iterate through them. We're using a for of loop here because we're going to do some async stuff in the loop body, and we're going to wait for it. Oh yeah, also, I'm not using any error handling because error handling is for chumps. So now here we are creating a new text message. We're going to send it to the number the last message came from our Twilio number, and then the body of the message is going to be the affirmation. And then the last thing we're going to do is do the callback, which lets our serverless function know that it has done its job and it can go home. And then we're going to deploy it from the comfort of our editor. So if you haven't used serverless functions before, they're really handy for just being like, I don't want to worry about routing. I don't want to worry about scaling. I want it to be easy to deploy. Just write a little code and then push it into prod. Which is very useful for small projects like this. And, great. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. And again, I can't see you, but if you've participated, please clap your hands when you receive your message. I'm gonna hit the button. And then hopefully it'll work. Hey, great, cool. I got one that said, I know you'll sort it out. So today you learned how quickly it is possible to get things up and running, even if you're doing a hardware thing, which is pretty cool. And if you want more info on how I built this, here's my post on Dev, or you can hit me up on Twitter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, stay safe, and enjoy the conference.